Hey guys, Utah Steve here. Back for a channel update this time. You may have noticed some of my videos aren't coming out as frequently as I would have liked. I promised weekly videos, but my personal life got a little bit complicated. I'm in a hammock, by the way. You're not seeing things. I'm not messing with you. Getting closer, going far away. Getting closer, going far away. So I'm hanging in my backyard. I just mowed the lawn and I'm watering. And I thought, finally I have some downtime. I could catch you guys up on what's going on. Basically, it's just a lot of busyness in my personal life. And I'm covered in weed-eating residue. Anyway, I have not been able to get out as much as I wanted. I am getting out this weekend with my two boys. I've had some comments recently about my kids and my videos that are not appreciated. I know they're obnoxious. They're 10 and 9. And probably some of the people that have commented maybe don't have kids and know what that's like. But I think it's important to include them, and I'm not going to leave them out just to entertain people. So basically, they've been in more of my videos this summer than not. And the reason why is because my off weekends, when I don't have my boys, when they're at their mom's, to be honest, I've had some problems with depression and anxiety, and it's been difficult for me to get out. So today is a great day. I got my lawn mowed, I got it watered. I'm in good spirits. I have been for some time. This last weekend was really rough for reasons I won't go into with my ex, and has been for a while. Just things I can't talk about on video. So hopefully you understand. Things are looking up. They're looking more positive and hopeful. My kids start school, not this week, but next week on August 15th. And so they'll be more occupied, and I can probably get more hiking in and more backpacking. And when the weather cools off, I plan to hit a bunch of the peaks around here that I've always wanted to hit. There are going to be a lot of day hike videos. You probably noticed that. They're not all backpacking videos lately. I finally just got my fishing license, so there will be some fishing videos. Where I'm going this weekend is the plan is the Hi-Uinta Wilderness with my boys, hiking, backpacking into a lake, the whole thing, the thing I usually do. I know a lot of you prefer my solo videos, and I really do enjoy them. But I just I want to include my kids. I want them to have those skills in life, and they really like being in the videos, so I include them in the videos. Anyway, a little update on my numbers situation. I'm up to like roughly 840 subscribers. My goal by the end of the year is 1,000, so I'm up roughly 40. But that's not discouraging to me. That's actually very positive. Considering I haven't gotten out as much and put out as much content as I wanted, that's pretty positive. So I'm still striving for at least an acceptable number by year's end, so that I feel like this is more worth my time. I'm not interested in making money off YouTube or anything like that. I just want to feel like the effort I put in is coming back my way. Otherwise, why am I doing it? So, and it's not a narcissistic thing. It's just, I'm not that fond of myself. If you've watched my videos, I'm very self-depreciating. It's just about, I want to share this with a lot of people, and the more people that watch, the better, just for that simple fact. If the channel ever took off, I would be interested in making money. I wouldn't rely on YouTube very much because of all of their freedom of speech restrictions. So I would probably do a Patreon or merchandise or something like that. And I stopped swinging. It's cutting off the circulation to my legs. There we go. That'll teach me to to use the table that the tripod is on to give myself a push. Anyway, so I'm hanging out here with Bob and Scraps, my two dogs, and I wanted to update you guys on one other thing. You may remember one of the first campouts I did this year was right here in this hammock on my back porch. And back there is the fire pit that I used to cook on. And I mentioned one other thing about my house that people have been kind of rightfully bugging me about, that there's a secret door in the top part of my house that I'd never been into, and I didn't know what was up there. So I didn't go up there. A little piece of information about me: I don't get on roofs of houses. They freak me out. Mountains don't bother me. Housetops do. So I could never be Santa Claus. Not in the real sense. Anyway, I had my son, Murphy, go up there and take a very short video with the GoPro just to show what's inside it. And I also had a discussion with my next door neighbor who knows the history of this house inside and out. I'll get to that in a second. We talked over the fence, kind of, tool time style. He's Wilson and I'm, Tim the tool man, I guess, except I can't build jack. Anyway, neither could he, really. So we're talking over the fence, and he gave me some of the history of the house, and now it makes sense to me. So here goes. My house is 122 years old, but not all of it. The main level and the basement is. There's a fireplace walled off downstairs, kind of up hidden, that used to be the living room, and it's actually down in the basement now. The way it's been reconfigured by various people who have lived here over the years has changed the look and the feel of the house significantly and for the better. So I'm talking to this guy next door, and he's telling me that the guy who originally built this house, his last name was Pike, and when this guy next door was a little kid, see, he bought his parents' house when they passed away. He grew up in this house next door, and this guy's probably in his 70s now. So he knew the original owner of this house when he was little. The man who originally built this house was an old man, if that makes sense. So even though the house is 122 years old, that guy was probably 70 or 80 when this guy next door was a little boy, and he remembers him. So his last name was Pike. He built the main floor of the house and not much else. Different people have moved in and out. They've added the garage onto the side. They've added the shed over here that I keep all my gear in. It used to be at the far back of the property. There used to be a huge blue spruce here in the ground that explains why there's a tree stump sticking out of my concrete here. And I found out about the secret room upstairs. A couple of owners ago, there was a jewelry store owner that was quite well known in Ogden here, and he owned this house and lived in it and sunk some money into it. He got tired of getting up on top of the flat roof and shoveling snow off of it every winter. And so what he did is he added the peak and the metal roof. So I never have snow on my roof. It's brilliant, really. The whole point of that large part of my house, and I'll show it to you in a minute, was to dump off snow because he couldn't keep up with it. It snows quite heavy here when it wants to, and we're very close to the mountains. So that's why that's there, and it's only been there since maybe the 80s. It's not that old. It's not 122 years old. I had my son climb up there and take this video clip of the inside. Okay, so not very exciting. Basically some boards, some blown in the insulation, and lots of space that I could easily turn into a room. I just don't know if I'm going to be here the rest of my life or not. So, don't know if I want to put that money into it. It would definitely up the value of the house, but I'm not too worried about that. So, let me just show you the peak once again so you can see what I'm talking about.
It's about.
Okay guys, so that is the peak that was added on, probably in the 80s. It is a homemade job. It's not like a professional contractor did it. And of course there's the secret door right up there, right there. So all the metal roofing is for the sake of snow. Okay. So over here, excuse me, Bob. This is the blue spruce that was once here. It's very large. See my foot? It was a huge tree. They cut it down and left the stump. And I don't know if the concrete was already there. I assume it was. So, and this is my shed that I keep my gear in. It's kind of a mess right now because I haven't really had time to organize it like I thought I would. So here's all my crap. I do have all my packs hanging on the wall. And tents down there. Second shelf is seating and cooking supplies, sleeping bags and sleep pads, and haven't decided what the top shelf is. But mostly I hang my sleeping bags like this so they get nice and lofty. So that's it. That's the update on that. Now I also want to give you an update on the bunker. That's what I call my downstairs room. That's kind of my man cave. It's a work in progress. Go figure, everything is here. Well, let's go take a look. Come on, come inside. Okay, down into the deep dark dungeon. Gotta watch your head right here. I've done a couple videos from here on my vlog channel. Anyway, I got a futon, I got a fridge, I got a smart TV. This is a game table that's missing a lot of parts, so I'm really going to do my video editing down here. And then I've emptied all these shelves. These are some geodes I found out in the desert. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty, the shadow's in the way. Anyway, they're very cool. That was fun. Fun trip. Some music books. My music crap from my music days. And yeah, that's about it. You know, I haven't spent too much time down here. And that's because, let's turn this on. There we go. That's because it's just been summer and I've wanted to be outside and doing things. So it's more of a winter time thing, you know, somewhere to be. When it's cold and miserable outside, I can be down here. I can watch shows. I can have a drink. I can edit videos and that kind of thing. So that's the plan for the bunker. It's a work in progress. I originally had these really old albums that I found of my dad's right here. I have these old news, like here's an old Rolling Stone announcing Jim Morrison's death, John Lennon, some just very old records that were my dad's, and some that were mine, some vinyl from some of my favorite bands. I had them hanging on the wall and it looked really cool, but this adhesive didn't hold, and the next day they were all on the floor. And I tried spray adhesive, I tried, you know, caulking, and, you know, nothing would hold it up. So what I've decided to do is turn this into what I did in my old house. I had a studio with foam walls. Acoustic foam. And that I know how to stick to the wall, and I'm pretty sure it'll stay. It's not so heavy as the vinyl. So I'm going to cover these walls, not all of them, but some of them in some soundproofing acoustic tiles. This is the plan. That way I have a quiet space to record music for the videos and also do some talking and overdubs and that kind of thing. I haven't done that kind of thing in my videos yet, but hey, I just found my charger. I've been looking everywhere for this. But the reason I haven't done that is because the software I'm using is really, it's freeware. And that's why you don't see much text in my videos and that kind of thing. And so I'm working on getting some better software. I have my eye on one that's affordable and does all the things I want it to. So that'll happen sometime soon, I hope. Anyway, let's leave the bunker behind and go back outside. The lighting is terrible and it makes me look worse than I already look. So, say goodbye to my haunted bunker. Speaking of that, I've not had any experiences of note. If you're wondering if a 122-year-old house is haunted, it's not really. Where's my dog? The neighbor's dog is upset. Now you watch it. I had to make sure Scraps there doesn't go after the neighbor's dog. Anyway, that's about it. That's my channel update. I know it's not all outdoorsy related, but I wanted to let you know on a personal level, I am working on things. I have big plans. I just can't, haven't been able to do as much this summer as I thought I would be able to. Bear with me though, more is coming. I feel very positive and hopeful about things, and maybe that'll extend into next year. We'll see. So for now, I got to get some gear together. Me and my boys are headed to the Uinta Mountains this weekend. All our stuff's in there, just waiting to be packed. I don't like packing last minute. I do it all the time though. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm Utah Steve. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being part of what I do. Even though there are probably better channels out there, I really am grateful that you're here and that you watch and support me that way. So my friends, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, get off the couch, get outside, and have some fun.